Okay, I'm going to go ahead and this is a brief video about the first section of Chapter 5 of First Steps in Academic Writing. That's stating reasons and using examples. If you'd like to get your book open, I'm going to go through some of the early sections and you can follow along and take any notes if you want. And we'll also be going over some of the activities in class. So jot down any questions that you do have. Okay. All right, so Costa Rica, sorry, let me go ahead and turn to the page that has this this paragraph. It's a couple of pages in. I don't have the book in front of me, but I'm going to go ahead and read this one out loud. So the title is Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a great place to spend a vacation for two reasons. First of all, Costa Rica has an excellent system of national parks where visitors can observe nature. For example, in Tortuguera National Park, visitors can watch sea turtles come ashore to lay their eggs in nests in the sand. Then they can come back several months later to see the new babies crawl down to the sea. In Santa Rosa National Park, visitors can see unusual birds, such as toucans, and quetzals. They can also observe exotic animals, such as spider monkeys. Second, Costa Rica has many beautiful beaches. For instance, the beaches in Manuel Antonio National Park are among the most beautiful in the world, and the beaches of Cafioa and Cocos Islands offer perfect conditions for snorkeling and scuba diving. Indeed, Costa Rica is a wonderful place to go if you love the outdoors. So let's go ahead. I asked you to answer a number of questions on this paragraph, and let's go over the answers to these. So to start off, the first question was, what's the topic sentence? And the topic sentence is, Costa Rica is a great place to spend a vacation for two reasons. Now, this topic sentence doesn't tell us what the two reasons are, but it does state that there is for two reasons. This structure of a topic sentence is a good one to use for this type of paragraph. So the type of paragraph that we're talking about here is one that includes reasons, and for each of the reasons you use examples as support. So let's go ahead and look at those reasons. Now, the reason transitions in this one, from the topic sentence, we can tell that there's two reasons. And the two reasons start off with a transition. The first one is with first of all, and the second one is with second. So the first reason that you should go on vacation to Costa Rica is the national parks. And then the second reason is the beaches. Okay, and we use these same kind of transitions we've been using before to introduce the reasons. Now, let's look at the examples. So there's several examples here. They're each introduced with transition words as well. And there's two different types of transitions you'll notice. So the first one here says, for example, and then you'll see in sentence number 8, there's another one that says, for instance. You'll notice that, like first of all and second, these ones are at the beginning of a sentence and followed by a comma. But we also have such as used in two places. But what you'll notice about that is that they're in the middle of the sentence and that a comma comes before them, but there's no comma after them. So this is a difference in the way that they're used. So moving along, we're looking at the concluding sentence here. So in this one, the transition for the concluding sentence, we can still use all of the transitions that we've used before, like to sum up or in conclusion or indeed. And we start our concluding sentence with that. And you'll notice that that's our last sentence of the paragraph. Okay, and we follow it by a comma. Now our actual concluding sentence says, Costa Rica is a wonderful place to visit if you love the outdoors. Okay, so this one is sort of a summary of the main points, because the two reasons that it gives for visiting Costa Rica are the national parks and the beaches, both of which are outdoors. Okay, and you'll notice again that this is the last sentence of our paragraph. One thing you guys might notice is that this paragraph has only 9 sentences. Does that mean that you can write 9 sentences? Unfortunately, no. I still want you to write at least 13 of them. So this doesn't come out so great on my screen, but you should have this in your in your book. This is just basically a detailed outline of it. The thing to pay attention to really is that we have two reasons. Reason A is the national parks and reason B is the beaches. So in this outline, for each one of those reasons, we're giving two examples. And for some of the examples, there's additional examples as well. But when you guys are writing your paragraphs, my expectation is that you give at least two reasons and at least two examples for each one of the reasons. Now, it may be easier to get to 13 sentences if you give three reasons rather than just the two. So that's something to think about. But this is the kind of outline that you can make that's very detailed. All right, so then the last couple of things we want to talk about here in this section are the transition signals. Now, we're familiar with these transition signals first of all and second, and this is the first pattern that's introduced in the book. So we have first of all and then a comma, and then in this example, Costa Rica has an excellent system of national parks. And second, comma, Costa Rica has many beautiful beaches. So you'll notice with both of these, first of all and second, we have a comma after them. Now I want you to take a look at the second pattern here, where it says the first reason is and the second reason is. What's something that you notice is different? The thing that I am expecting you to notice is that the second pattern does not use a comma. Now here's the big mistake that I see in your writing, not everyone's, but a lot of folks writing all the time, is that people will say the first reason and then put a comma after it. So they'll treat it like first of all. But it's not like first of all. When you say the first reason, you have to follow it by the word is. And then after that, you can either have a noun, so the first reason is the excellent system of national parks, or you can use the word that and then have a sentence after it. So the second reason is that Costa Rica has beautiful beaches. Okay, but this is really important, is make sure that whenever you say first reason or second reason or third reason or whatever reason, that you do not use a comma. Okay, and we'll practice some more of this in class. All right, and then with our conclusion signals, we said before that we could use the conclusion signals that we've learned before to sum up in summary, in conclusion. But there's some other conclusion signals that we can use just specifically for these type of paragraphs because they're related to reasons. So the first one of these is for blank, and here you would put the number. So in this one it says for these two reasons, Costa Rica is a wonderful place if you love the outdoors. Okay, so then this one is a restatement of the topic sentence. Another way that we can do this is we can use because of, and following because of we give our two reasons. So in this case, because of its national parks and beautiful beaches, Costa Rica is a wonderful place to go if you love the outdoors. Okay, so these are special ones that we can use for these kind of paragraphs. Again, remember, we don't have to use these. We can use our other transitions as well, but this gives us some more options. All right, so that's the last slide. What we'll do is we'll go over these things in class, and we'll do some of the practice activities that are in the books. If you have any questions, just jot those questions down, and I can answer them in class. Thanks much. Bye.